An extremely hot and sticky day in Costa Rica. We are back in Punta Arenas as we traverse back through the Panama Canal, retracing our steps on the cruise we did just last week. And my gosh, is it hot today. I am literally shining. I'm not sweaty. It's so hot. It was hot here last time, but I'm literally sat in a restaurant today eating a pizza in the shade with a ceiling fan blowing on me, and I'm still sweating buckets. It's unbelievable. A few days ago, I filmed a wake show, but it wasn't a regular wake show. I actually co-hosted. We have a new cruise director once again on board this ship, and she wants, instead of having little interviews for 5 minutes here and there with the revenue people, she wants full-on co-hosting anchors to work with. So I co-hosted my first wake show a couple of days ago, and it was actually really good fun. I mean, end of the day, the wake shows is just two people talking nonsense for about half an hour, and I'm good at talking nonsense. So we were talking on there about Lego. I did a full Chewbacca impression on the wake show. We were talking about cruises, of course, that's why I'm there. We talked about entertainment. It was really good fun. It was really, really good fun, and it went very well. And I'm doing it again in about 3 days' time, which is wonderful. Also, in 5 days' time, finally, after months and months of waiting, I'm finally getting my future cruise specialists. They were always going to come after the World Cruise, but the World Cruise officially ended a month ago now. And we've been waiting for ages and ages and ages, and they've just been sprung on us now out of nowhere. They've given us 5 days to get everything sorted in terms of things like cabins, in terms of office space, in terms of laptops, in terms of programs, all this kind of stuff. We're not really well prepared for that. So my next few days are going to be even more insane, trying to get everything ready for my 2 new future cruise specialists, Ivan and somebody else. I don't know your name, sorry if you watch my videos, but I'll dare say I'll meet you in 5 days' time. And also the coolest part about that is that the trainer is also coming to join us on board this ship to help train these two new guys. The guy's called Ray, and Ray was the guy who taught me everything 2 years ago. So it's going to be so nice to see Ray again. He's going to be here for 17 days as we cross the Atlantic into Southampton. So it's going to be really, really nice to see a familiar face. And it dawned on me today, the amount of familiar faces that I have seen on board this contract is absurd. There are 15 ships, remember, with Princess. Right now, there's 2 more on the way. So you have a 1 in 15 chance of being placed on the same ship as somebody else that you've worked with before. And yet, the excursion manager, the incoming photo manager, the guest service director, they're all the same people. There were 2 guest service officers on the Sky that were here as well. The shop manager, she was on the Sky. There's an untold number of bartenders and waiters that were on the Sky that are now here. And now, of course, Ray's going to come join me as well. So it's really, really nice to see familiar faces over and over again. And I have one more super important update to tell you. The most important thing that's happened today, I found some Wi-Fi and I've downloaded The Mandalorian. Finally, I've watched the first 5 episodes and I just couldn't get the last few in. The Wi-Fi just wasn't strong enough where I was. I've been ashore today. I went to a Burger King, Pizza Hut, sorry. I went to Pizza Hut and stole their Wi-Fi and downloaded Mandalorian. So Punta Arenas, as nice as it was, it's very, very small. There's not a lot there. If you don't go to the beach, if you don't have food, there's literally nothing else to do. In the immediate port vicinity, in terms of excursions, you can go everywhere. Go to a sloth sanctuary, go to a rainforest. My friend today went to a safari with giraffes. How cool is that? I didn't know that giraffes were in Costa Rica, but apparently they are. So in terms of excursions, loads in Punta Arenas to do, come here. But in terms of the actual port itself, if you've not got a shore excursion planned, it's just a beach and it's just a few shops and a few restaurants. Wonderful. But as I was here last time, I didn't really need to go to the beach. It's so hot, I would just melt. English skin, white boy, blonde hair. I would melt in the sun. I melted in the shade. So yes, Mandalorian, ready to go. I can't wait to watch that. I have got 5 minutes first to go back to work. I've got to get dressed. See you later on.
5 hours later.
An update on our day from Costa Rica. We have now left Punta Arenas and now we are on our way to Panama City. We didn't do Panama City on the last Panama Canal voyage, which sounds really stupid now I say it. How can you do a Panama Canal cruise and not visit Panama? Hey, we did it. But we resolved that on this Panama Canal cruise. We had a whole day in Panama City. Fuerte Amador, I believe, is the port, which is the port you use for Panama City. It's been a fairly good day today in the office. Lots and lots of people coming in. We've made some good bookings today. There's a really sweet lady on here. Her name is Carol. Hello, Carol, if you watch my videos. And I saved her about $2,000 on a cruise, And she was so thankful. She was so happy. She was almost in tears, right? She's such a sweet lady. And as a thank you, she got me a goodie bag, which is so cool. So I've not even looked at this yet. I saw these. How cool are these? This is Emperador, which is Mexican biscuits, but it's like, think of like BNBNs. Anybody who remembers BNBNs, those biscuits with like the chocolate in the middle? It's like that, but this has got like a raspberry thing in the middle. So that sounds really cool. I love that kind of stuff. We have, oh, the biscuits. I thought these were chips, potato chips, crisps to the English. I'm turning so American. These are crisps. I spend too much time around our American cousins. So I have some biscuits too, and a whole bag. Look at all this, there's loads. Look at this, there's candies everywhere. Yeah, there's loads here. I'm so happy with that. So yes, very, very much appreciated. Thank you to Carol. Thank you to anybody who gives us stuff on a cruise ship. It's always appreciated. We do work hard. We don't often get a lot of time ashore. So just little things like this. We've been needing snacks in the cabin for ages. We work all day. And if the mess is shut, we don't really eat anything at night. So having little snacks to nibble on goes a long way. So yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. Tonight we are going to have a board game night. Now I know that sounds kind of dull, but in my old age, I turn 31 next month. In 2 weeks even. I turn 31 in 2 weeks. That's kind of spooky. But yes, I'm starting to appreciate something as simple as a board game night. So now we have all of our sweets and candies. We have a bottle of wine in the cabin from our last cruise. We're gonna have a board game night. As part of our crew recreational area, we have an area with lots of board games like Monopoly, Scrabble, Uno, chess, all that kind of stuff, Yahtzee. We have a pool table in there. We have a table football table in there. So we're going to steal, I think, the Monopoly tonight, maybe the Uno as well. We're going to have a chilled out game in the cabin with the candies, with the wine, and spend some time together, because Alejandra's been finishing work really late these days. She finished at midnight last night, finished at 1:30 the night before that, so she's doing really late shifts. Tonight she finishes early, and I use that word loosely. She finishes at 10:30. So at 10:30 we're going to have a bottle of wine and chill out, and I'm going to kick her ass at Monopoly, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to. We should do forfeits. Ooh, that's what I'm going to do. As I finish my work for the evening, I'm going to think of some really evil forfeits I'm going to make her do when I inevitably kick her ass. So good night from Costa Rica. I'll see you tomorrow as the Monopoly King.